you know how it goes in the crypto industry. You start a crypto company, you eventually go to jail. FTX guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, he's serving 25 years, I think in upstate New York, kind of a hard place. But at this jail in California, this low security jail well, it's technically a prison. Some of the inmates work on the adjacent farm, growing produce and working with cows and horses. And those are in stark contrast to where FTX, I keep calling them FTX, it's SBF. SBF from FTX is in the bad one, and CZ from Binance is going to a very cushy one in California. Here we go. Former Binance CZ. So he's obviously not 4 months. So it was requested. Federal prosecutors wanted him to go for at least 3 years. He got 4 months, so he's going to go chill on this farm for 4 months. Of course, the internet's having a heyday with it. They got showing all of his old interviews in front of jail cells, and then this is the picture that I like the most. This one's all over Twitter. So he used to be the CEO of Binance and one of the founders. He stepped down after he got charged with some American violations. It ended up being he was too loose with his CKY stuff. So just because they didn't have not CKY, know your customer, KYC. CKY is the old Jackass movies. Not can't kill yourself. It's KYC, know your customer. And he didn't do a good enough job knowing his customer, and that broke some rules in America.
So, according to America, he didn't.
According to America. So in order to save the company, he stepped down as CEO and has agreed to serve this very cushy prison sentence. But it's a record, which is pretty cool. I always like when something new happens. He's the richest person to ever go to prison in America.
Wild.
Ever. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. I know he's worth a lot, but I didn't realize he was that's shocking to me.
$36.5 billion.
Not so shocking anymore. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't realize
net worth of $36.5 billion. So think about all the other people that have gone, there are, like the Wolf of Wall Street and people like that. There are rich people that go to jail. There are, rappers and celebrities that go to jail, but not at $36.5 billion.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
something tells me this was pretty optional. I think if he didn't want to go to an American jail, he could pretty much afford to avoid that the rest of his life. But I think this just kind of gets everything to sweep under the rug.
Yeah.
Finance.
Yeah, they said from the little bit that I had seen leading up to this over the last few months, it sounds like he is being like people within the crypto industry I'm trying to think of the word are praising him for what he's doing. Like he's been upfront on everything. Like a lot of people were saying, I would have just, I forget where he resides at it, but they're like, I would have just stayed over, like I would have just told America to shove off or, what, right. Like, and so, but he's not, he's being very upfront. It sounds like with everything, like he's addressing the issue. Like he's doing
this is voluntary. This is for the industry, not for his own personal pleasure.
Thank you.
Which is the exact opposite of Sam Bankman-Fried,
correct?
Who is sent there because he did everything he could to screw over the entire industry.
Right.
So yeah, and obviously that's why he's smiling on his way to jail. He is basically taking one for the entire crypto team here.
That's what I was thinking.
And people are proud. These memes and these gifts, these are out of love. Yeah. These are not making fun of him like the Sam Bankman-Fried gifts and memes. So CZ taking one for the team, headed to California. He's going to spend some time in America in a lovely farm jail, it sounds like.
Gaining some major street cred, too, if he didn't have it already, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure how much of his fortune is in crypto, but he's got to spend 4 months in there. That'll get us close to the end of the year.
Dude.
I mean, he could get out of there, at 40 billion. You know, like he could make some serious money while he's in jail.
Well, think about like we've talked about with Raul Paul's prediction. We're at roughly 2.6 trillion, and they're predicting 10 to 15 by the end of this cycle. So the end of next year. It doesn't go up in that math, but he's worth 36.5 billion now. What's a 8x on 36 and a half?
And, not sure what he's going to spend in commissary, how much money he's getting put in there, but 3 meals a day is free. So he's really not going to be spending money either. I mean, he's going to be living on the taxpayer dime for the next 4 months. So think of all the money he can save and reinvest in crypto.
How does 36.5 billion transfer over to smokes? What does that look like?
That is 1,100 Lucy's a day. I don't think he's going to get messed with in prison. I think somebody's going to come up and talk smack, and he's like, I will give $1 million to anybody who takes care of this guy. So I also don't think like I said, this isn't
he looks like he might be a kung fu monk based on this photo. So he may not need any.
That prison orange actually does look like those monks from the old movies. So I'm not messing with him. Can't wait till he gets out. Excited to see what happens next. CZ starting his prison sentence this month. 4 months.